Donald Trump, now that he's fired anyone who can contradict him when he makes wild claims that the economy is doing well, took to social media to brag about his fictional economy, saying, in just 6 months, I cut costs, especially energy and taxes, tremendously. Fact check, yes, he did cut taxes for billionaires tremendously. I'll give him that one. For some reason, he's mad at Elizabeth Warren for pointing out that costs have gone up. And he's saying we need to call her out. Well, I'm gonna call out the fact that she was right, because costs have gone up, no matter how much Donald Trump wants to pretend they haven't. We're gonna dive into different product categories, but you should understand that people are very much feeling it. So in terms of different product categories and how much of a financial stress they provide to people, the cost of groceries, for instance, are 53% of the country says it's a major stress on them. Only 14% say it's not a stress at all. And most of these are kind of like that. The cost of housing, only a quarter say it's not a stress. The amount of money that you saved, only 21%. The cost of healthcare, again, only 21%. Like, this is a problem for a lot of people. Now, there's some things like student debt. There's people who don't have student debt anymore. Either they've already paid it off or they didn't go to college. So that isn't going to be as widespread. The cost of childcare, not everyone is raising a child right now. But this is a lot of different stresses on people. And so he makes these claims that like the prices are going down, but that's not how people feel at all. When we jump to graphic 7, he says grocery prices are down. They're not. They're up 0.6% just in June compared to January. They're up 2.4% higher than they were the previous year. He got in office in large part saying prices are too high, Biden's not listening to you. They're 2.5% higher than they were when he was making that argument. And there's every reason to believe that his insane self-destructive trade policy is gonna make things even worse. He's lying, as he has been, about the price of gasoline. No matter what the price is, he just pretends it's lower than $2. Nobody watching this pays less than $2 for gas. He's just lying to them to their face over and over. And prices in general are nearly 3% higher than they were last June. So he can keep lying about it. I don't know who it's fooling at this point. People know what they're paying for things, JR. What do you think?
Yeah, he brought up Elizabeth Warren because as he feels like he has this magic wand of anytime he brings up the racist nickname that he gave her, that it'll just convince everyone that, oh man, you can't associate with Elizabeth Warren. First off, because she's a smart person, so you can't associate with things that she says, or else you're involved with whatever hate that he's pitched her way. So first off, she represents all those people that you were talking about, their realities, that those charts showed how much they've spent on things, what they're concerned about, the costs of everything. But he expects, because he's a figurehead president who's like, I say and I do, so therefore that's how everything is gonna be. Let me specify this one person who you're supposed to hate because I told you to. And if you hate her with me, you can distance yourself from your reality. It doesn't make any sense. He really thinks just because this one person of hate I have for them, you love me, you hate them, therefore your prices are great. It's more of an indictment on our society than it is on him, honestly. As he says this stuff, so many people should be just guffawing and laughing at him and moving on. But there's way too many of them to go, yeah, you did call her Pocahontas. Yeah, that ground beef is not $10, not at all.
Yeah, it's a perfect representation of what we say, that when people have serious concerns about policy, about the economy, throw them some identity politics.